The reigning champs, the Kansas City Chiefs, still alive to defend their crown.
The 11, Mahomes, cutting across, Rice brings it into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City.
They're off to Buffalo. It's Mahomes versus Allen, postseason Chapter 3. Josh roaring into the divisional round.
Josh steps up, and he's going to get the first down. Oh, and there he goes. No one's going to get him. Incredible, breaks it for the touchdown.
Bills ride in on a 6-game win streak. Chiefs have won 3 straight. Mahomes has played Allen in the playoffs twice before, won both times.
Mahomes looks to throw it, pump faking right side. He wants it, a comeback. It is caught by Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Both those games in Kansas City, though. Mahomes has never played a road playoff game. Now the Chiefs have to have Buffalo's crazies in their ears every snap. Bills 8-2 at home this year, playoffs included.
To the end zone. It's caught. It's Knox. Dawson Knox with a touchdown catch.
The conversation starts with Heckle and Hyde Josh Allen, the NFL TD leader this year. 29 TD passes, 15 TD runs.
2nd and goal from the 6. Here's the snap. It's a design run to Allen. Gonna tuck it and fight his way. The surge, pushing him down to the 2 and into the end zone for the touchdown.
When he's on top of his game, like last week against Pittsburgh, he's MVP material. 3 TDs, no picks, a rating over 120.
Right down the middle, they go for it. They got it! With Kincaid this time, the recipient of the Josh Allen touchdown.
And all those runs, over 70 yards rushing, 9.3 yards per carry, plus that touchdown.
They ramp up Josh Allen's legs in the playoffs every year. Joe Brady continuing the trend. Good job making sure the ball was protected.
They've put up 27-plus points in their last 4 home games.
And then after he was able to get away from Fitzpatrick, just look how close the knee was. Never did touch.
And he's got juice. 2nd fastest 40 time. Doesn't show it a ton, but he's been playing outstanding.
The flip side with Allen, his turnover propensity, which is 2 years running now. 18 INTs this season, a career high.
Time, and he's picked off. He's picked off by Jamari Connor.
Kansas City has first-hand experience with it, only have to go back to week 14. Bills won that game. 2 things stood out, a toe.
Flag down at the line of scrimmage as the pass is to an open Travis Kelce, who flings it back over to Tony. My goodness, this is going for a touchdown.
Number 19, offense, lined up in the neutral zone.
Wow.
5-yard penalty. Second down.
Tony was lined up.
Got to be kidding
in
me.
the neutral zone.
And James Cook, big game through the air and on the ground. Kansas City's defense had few answers for him.
In the middle, they go wide open. This is going to be a touchdown. Touchdown for James Cook.
For Allen's part, he threw a touchdown, ran one in, but Kansas City also picked him off, held him to a sub-70 rating, held him to 32 rushing yards, just 3.2 yards per carry, sacked him 3 times. Holding Buffalo to 20 points is an ice cube kind of day.
But they get a sack instead. They wrestle him down.
Omenihu does it again.
The idea of flustering Allen starts up front. This is a matchup between a Buffalo offensive line that gave up the fewest sacks in 2023 and a Kansas City pass rush with the 2nd most sacks. Chiefs Chris Jones and George Karlaftis, their top QB hunters. Karlaftis had 1.5 last week, 3 QB hits, 6 tackles.
Plenty of time for Karlaftis to get there. Just love how he comes up the field and drives inside, sees the softness of the inside shoulder of Jackson, and takes advantage of it.
He lines up across right tackles. Buffalo's right tackle, Spencer Brown, did allow a sack last week. He gave up more than anyone on the team this year with 6.
From the pocket, Allen is taken down. That's Marcus Golden.
Left tackle Deion Dawkins allowed the other sack last week, but he's only given up 3 for the season. He will do battle with the likes of Charles Omenihu and Mike Dana, 6.5 and 7 sacks respectively between the two.
Well, Omenihu is lined up here, and he just stays with it. This is a long developing play. Stick, he goes up inside, and then Omenihu gets the ball out.
Bills center Mitch Morse guards Osiris Torrance, Connor McGovern. Do they hang with Mickey O'Neal? That trio will get Jones all game, so they need to fight like Mick. CJ was named first-team All-Pro, half a sack last week.
Now Tua in trouble. Karlaftis for the second time tonight. And Chris Jones there as well.
If the Chiefs can heat Allen up, more of a chance he forces something. Kansas City's secondary top tier in 2023 last week versus Tua Tagovailoa. They held him under 200 yards, 5.1 yards per attempt, only one touchdown. They picked him off a low 60s rating.
Tua, sit up, high and intercepted. It's Mike Edwards in the back.
They gave up a long TD pass to Tyreek Hill, but otherwise bottled him up. They faced the receiving yards king twice this season, the first in normal weather. He didn't crack 70 yards against him either game.
And he's the only guy in the secondary that played against Tyreek when he was a Kansas City Chief. You see right there at the line of scrimmage as it goes through Tyreek's hands, he is lunging to go get hands on.
And you guys are doing that just to throw off our timing?
That's absolutely right. Throw off the timing, make him have to hold the ball.
The guy that locked the cheetah up a lot of the time, L'Jarius Sneed, he also locked up Stephon Diggs quite a bit when they faced off before. Diggs ended that game with just 24 yards on 11 targets.
It's a great route, good throw, everything's perfect. But Sneed times things so well. Nobody has a huge game against him, and he's been tracking Diggs all game.
Diggs last week versus Pittsburgh, 7 catches, 52 yards.
Here's the pass again to Diggs. He slices through 2 defenders and gets down to about the 23.
Khalil Shakir scored in the wild card win as well. Allen threw 2 touchdowns to his tight ends versus Pittsburgh. Dawson Knox had a TD in back-to-back games now.
But they have to have one guy take the tight end. You can't let him just split it that easy. Wow.
Dalton Kincaid, 3 catches, 59 yards versus the Steelers. He's had 59-plus yards in 3 straight games.
This is the first time they're going to go up top on this drive after 6 straight runs. And it ends in a first down with Kincaid.
Chiefs held tight ends to an 87.5 rating, 7th lowest, and when they faced Kincaid in round 1, 8 targets, only 21 yards.
Right there's the hold, and then he moves right when Josh is throwing and loses his balance.
Cook, he was the KC Mauler in that game, 1,100-yard back for 2023, 79 yards, 4.4 against the Steelers.
Big opening for Cook. And he's able to make it all the way down to about the 12-yard line.
Chiefs gave up 4.1 a run to Raheem Mostert in their win last week. Not many runs faced. They aren't generally strong against ball carriers, though.
As Mostert gets the first down out to the 47-yard.
That doesn't tend to hurt them most games. Chiefs defense, second in points per game allowed, comes in off another dominant outing, weather-aided or not, held Miami, who was second in points per game this season, to 7 points.
And then poise at the end of the down to get the right hand in there before the contact and knock it out. He's mature beyond his years.
KC held Miami to 1 for 12 on 3rd down. They say defense wins championships. Chiefs have a top shelf D. Why can't they lead the way to a title?
Tua swinging it out. Look out! Hill crushed by McDuffie.
But they are going against a Bills offense that was 6th in points per game this season, 4th in yards per game.
14. Double on the first bit down, huh? Hey, 17. Good shot.
Blitz coming. Allen sees it, steps away, says go over there.
Oh, Diggs! Are you serious? Nothing like sticking your left hand out and palming a ball in a driving rainstorm.
Bills defense, though, has the bigger picture upper hand over Kansas City's offense, and their win over Kansas City held Patrick Mahomes to 1 touchdown, picked him off, a mid-70s rating.
Look at that. What a play by him. Tipped it, caught it, and gives the Bills the football near the 50.
Bills pass rush got to him once, but hit him a hefty 8 times. Buffalo 4th most sacks on the year.
And Mahomes is dropped by Ed Oliver and Greg Rousseau.
Chiefs, 2nd fewest sacks allowed, 0 sacks taken on 41 pass attempts last week.
Just running the drag route across the field. Miami screws up the coverage. Mahomes is on time. Rashee Rice catches it and finishes it. What a drive for the Chiefs.
Mahomes used that protection to put up a solid game. 23 of 41, 262 yards, a touchdown, no INTs.
All day to throw it. In the middle, it's Rice. Rashee Rice. Dolphins can't bring him down.
Center Creed Humphrey guards Trey Smith, Joe Tooney versus Ed Oliver. Tooney, first-team All-Pro. Smith gave up 5 sacks this season, most of any Chief.
Look at how he just runs right through the left guard, and that's Trey Smith. Just runs right through him to pick up another sack.
He's going to get a lot of Oliver, 9.5 sacks for him this season.
Got away from one man, circles away, and he's going to take a big hit as he took a shot. Ed Oliver.
Bills defensive end Leonard Floyd, their bag leader, with 10.5. Defensive end Greg Russo had 5 this year, one of Buffalo's 2 from last week.
Oh, what a tackle for the sack. It's Greg Russo. He had 5 in the regular season.
Bills secondary handled Mason Rudolph the way they've handled most QBs this year. 229 yards, 5.9 yards per attempt, a couple touchdowns, but they picked him off, held him to an 80 rating. They're rarely the problem.
Trying to time this up, down and away, and the ball's just left inside.
The one guy Buffalo struggled with last week, tight end Pat Freiermuth, gave up 5 catches, 76 yards to him, and they are banged up at linebacker.
Rudolph to Freiermuth. One move for the first down, and he just runs over the defender.
They gave up 83 yards on 6 catches to Travis Kelce. Kelce comes in off a nice outing, 7 catches, 71 yards.
Now Mahomes finds Kelce wide open for a gain of 23.
TMZ was all over Travis Swift last week. Really? After an entire season of Margot Robbie's, Billie Eilish's, Britney Spears, that's what gets called out?
Kelce's in the backfield as an H-back. They're going to fake a handoff pass inside and dragging into the end zone. Touchdown!
Yeah, let's go! Let's go!
I like the fact that Game Preview Guy is the NFL, by the way. I didn't know I was so powerful. Kansas City's other key pass catcher, Rashee Rice, also had a good game against Buffalo's secondary, 7 catches, 72 yards, and a TD.
And early on in this ball game, Rashee Rice, the rookie, is showing up. This moment is not too big for him.
Rice had a huge playoff debut, 8 catches, 130 yards, and a score.
Blitz, Mahomes throws in the middle, Rice got it. Rashee Rice taking off. Rice down the sideline.
Bill's secondary has handled wide receivers well, held him to an 87 rating for the year, held Pittsburgh's big play artist George Pickens to 50 yards on 11 targets.
From the 30, he stepped back and he has his pass knocked away by Hyde.
Chiefs run game. Isaiah Pacheco didn't play versus Buffalo. Last week, 89 yards and a TD.
Goal from the 3, direct snap. Pacheco fakes the pitch, bounces left into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Mahomes ran for 41 yards, 2 tries, 20.5 yards per run. He led the league in first downs off scrambles this year.
Really decisive all night long when he runs. Climb up in the pocket, he looks for a little bit, and then he keeps going. And this is not Isaiah Pacheco. They should come up and they should tackle Patrick Mahomes.
Kicking games, Buffalo, Tyler Bass, 4 for 4 on extra points, but only 1 for 3 on field goal tries last week.
He had a little duck hook on that one.
Looks like one of my tee-shots right here.
Chiefs Harrison Butker, 4 for 4 last week. He's been money for them all year.
Now Butker from 32. You see that wind whipping, and credit James Winchester, the snapper, and Tommy Townsend, the holder.
Both teams played in frigid temps last week, so no edge there. Chiefs 6-2 as the road team. That's more than enough, but whatever was missed, make sure you jot it down in the comment section. Let's see what the panel of 10 has.